is actually a sad one, as Nick Cannon is mourning an unimaginable loss. The 41-year-old TV personality announced Tuesday on the Nick Cannon show that his youngest son, with 5-month-old Zen, died of brain cancer. Cannon and Alicia Scott welcomed Zen back in June, making him Cannon's 7th child. On the show, Cannon tearfully shared how he and his family discovered Zen was battling hydrocephalus, a buildup of fluid in the brain. Hydrocephalus is the buildup of fluid in the cavities deep within the brain. The excess fluid increases the size of the ventricles and puts pressure on the brain. He said, I always noticed he had a cough, and so I wanted to check it out. He had this interested breathing, and by the time he was 2 months old, I noticed he had this nice-sized head to a Cannon head. We didn't think anything of it, but I wanted to take him to the doctor for his sinus and breathing. We thought it would be routine. The family quickly discovered that it was not a routine visit and that Zen had fluid building in his head, and it was a malignant tumor. All right, the baby had brain surgery and shunts to drain the fluid.
This is
It's so sad, especially at infants.
a baby. It's so sad. Like, even him, the pain the baby would have gone through. Let's even look at that. The fact that he had brain cancer and he had to go through, you can't even express what is wrong with you. You can't even say, oh mom, my head is paining me or something. He just keeps crying, and then his breathing is like, not steady, and that's how they realize that something is actually wrong with him. I think this is a very sad death. When I saw this and people were commenting, they were saying like, oh, that it's better that he died now and not later. People don't understand that even from the moment a woman is carrying a child, you already have a connection.
Miscarriage is a loss.
It's a lot, because you can feel that child inside you. He's kicking or she's kicking. You can feel that connection already. So, and now she has brought him into the world. You can imagine, you now know what he looks like. You can see his face, you can touch him, you can hear him cry, and all of that. So it's a lot to lose a child, whether in the belly or whether, he's 2 months or 3 months, you have that connection already. And I feel so bad for Nick, Nick Cannon and all of that. Like, it's just sad. Another thing I saw was that people were like, he has many other kids, so like he can do away with one.
Wow,
and I was like,
I saw that too.
How insensitive are human beings? Like, you can have 50 children, and even if you lose,
I love all of them.
You love all of them. Losing one doesn't mean, oh, okay, we can move on because we have 49 others. No, that's not how it works. You have love for that person, and obviously you're going to miss that child. I think people should stop making insensitive comments. If they have nothing to say, they should just keep quiet and pray for the family. My heart goes out to Nick Cannon, though.
It really goes out. But do you think you can, on the basis of what that insensitive comment, do you think you can love every child the same way? Equally?
Of course not.
You can't, right?
Of course not. It's impossible.
I keep wondering, I keep asking myself that, will that even be possible for you to love every child equally?
Equally.
Parents want to make it look like they love you equally, but I know my mom has a favorite. I know my dad has a favorite.
That's the thing. And sometimes you don't actually choose that favorite. It's just the child that reaches out to you more that just becomes your favorite. Yeah. You can't really help it. Like, my mom will say, it's who is coming for, like, who wants a relationship with you and is eager to have that relationship, that you too, you will push for it too. Some children are laid back. Some children, they don't care. They don't really care. Do you understand? But from some kids are always on their mother's neck every day. She's sending texts every day. How are you? Have you eaten? Can I send this to you? Do you want a fruit basket? Like, automatically you become. It's not even a game.
Anyway, so back to Cannon. One thing I discovered is that in this part of the world, right? You see a child that cries a lot, and then you say, hey, it's normal, he's growing teeth, his teeth is growing. Do you know that? They'll start saying it, and they say it's teething and all of that. But that's not what it is sometimes. I think sometimes you have to pay attention to the child. Like, Cannon was able to realize that this child doesn't breathe, irregular breathing. He was thinking that, why is this child always coughing? Now you say, it's cold, it's Hamatan, the weather. Imagine the child that was born and say, they're wearing jacket, you start sweating again. They say, you don't do. Like, before you know it now, something bad terrible is happening. Do you get what I mean? So I think people should pay attention to infants, because they can say exactly how they feel. They can say exactly. So you are as a parent, you're the one to pay attention to it before it gets out of hand. Do you get what I mean? So our heart really goes out to Nick Cannon. Anyway, let's move on to the next story, and this one is on Neymar's favorite person in the world. Drake's 2 Grammy nominations for 2022 has been withdrawn from the official website. According to reports, the decision was made at the request of Drake and his management. A source at the Recording Academy stated that the Academy chose to honor his wish. The reasons for this are currently unclear, with the rapper's representatives not yet responding to a request for comment. Drake was one of 5 nominees for Best Rap Album for Certified Lover Boy and for Best Rap Performance for Way Too Sexy. On the official Grammy website, it states the 2 nominations have been removed with no replacement entries, meaning voting for those 2 categories will go ahead with just 4 nominees. What do you think? He's your guy now.
I
so tell
mean,
us.
like, Drake has had like several
back and
issues
forth.
with the Grammy nominations, like several years. It's been coming back and forth, back and forth. It just started today. So when I'm seeing people saying that he stepped out because he thought he won't win, or stupid comments like he was afraid, nah. I don't think people know the backstory. In 2017, when he was
was afraid of say it now.
He wasn't afraid of what? Of who? You want me to say it?
Say it now.
I will say it because let them not
You know,
come
some
for
people are saying that because Wizkid is going to win Song of the Year, he's bothered. That's why he has pulled out.
Please, let's not even go there. Drake and Wizkid, I beg, there's not even comparison.
Well, what do you mean? I'm saying what people are saying.
And those things they're saying are stupid comments. Now, let me now tell you why he actually backed out. Why I think he backed out.
Tell me.
So in 2017, if you remember, he won Best Rap Album, Best Rap
Best
Song,
rap song for Hotline
Bling. Hotline Bling is not a rap song, but let's just leave it.
Wait. We're having that conversation earlier. Hotline Bling is not a rap song, but do you think it can win?
No.
Like, do you think it can be in a category? Okay, what
Why would it
category?
be
I won't put it in R&B.
It is an R&B song. Yes. Check the genre online.
You play Hotline Bling where? As R&B.
Oh my God! If I check online, it's actually an R&B song.
She used to call me on my cell phone.
Let's leave that. Let's just leave that. Because if you notice the Grammys, most times they put black people's song on the Grammys, usually for Best Rap Album or maybe Song of the Year or something. It's quite racist though.
It's not R&B. I don't know what genre it is.
It's R&B.
But it can be R&B.
It's R&B and
pop. You know what R&B is? Hey, maybe
it's
R&B and pop. R&B pop or something.
R&B and pop. Let's continue the story. Let's continue the backstory of Drake's Grammy. So in 2017, he got that, and then he was wondering that why is he in the Best Rap Album category for Hotline Bling? Is it racism, or is it, I don't know, is it just segregation or whatever? But he took it, and of course, he took his award. Moving on. 2019, he got no, that was last year. 2019, let's go. 2019, he got Best Rap Song of the Year for God's Plan. Of course, that's a rap song. And when he was giving his speech, he said it that he was advising people like that this award is actually not based on facts. It's not a fact-based sport. It's an opinion-based sport.
That somebody else should start another. That
we should start another award nomination because.
But why won't he just start it?
I think he should, and I think he's correct.
Yeah,
he's actually correct. The Grammy is just backed or is clouded by racism, favoritism, and so much segregation. And that is why earlier this year, if you remember, they had to actually shuffle their voting nominee, what's it called? Their voting nominee table or association or whatever. So they had to like remove some people from the voting category, voting committee, that the people that actually organize Grammys and stuff because of the allegations, and because it's true. It's true. How can Nicki Minaj, all her years of singing, she hasn't won a Grammy? Like, can you actually imagine?
And then last year, The Weeknd was also ignored.
He was ignored. A lot of other stars were ignored. So there's so much favoritism. There's so much racism and a lot of crappy things going on.
So the thing is, when Wizkid wins now, would we say that it's not a correct award?
I mean, like, I don't know about that, but I know that the Grammy is clouded with a lot of issues.
Do you think it can be sentimental this period for Wizkid? Like,
sentimental in what sense?
Like, okay, because the song is big and all of that, and people are talking about it. Let's just give him something.
Yes, exactly what we're saying.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I think those things actually occur.
Yes.
Look at Burna Boy now, for instance. What was it? Best global content. What was it?
I think best global act or something like that.
No, best African. I can't remember, but it
remember
was
the
a category that was created for I think just for Africans and all of that. Yeah, so I think why can't we win best R&B? They'll probably give Wizkid best African song of the year.
They can't give us something that is not African or rap that black people should be accustomed to.
It's going to be very big if it's just song of the year,
That's okay.
global.
That'll be okay, but it
You
will
know,
not happen.
globally, yes, I guess that. I'm guessing that would never happen. They would never give a black man song of the year.
They should just shock us, Sha.
They shock us.
You know they've reshuffled their voting committee.
I don't think it would happen. They will find a way to make it African. They will say best global
so
African contemporary song of the year, something.
And that's what's annoying Drake. Like they always do this thing.
They always find a way to turn it around.
Always, even when your song is not in that category, they will trick your Hotline Bling. What does it have to do with rap? But because he's black, I'm not trying to put allegations on anybody, but it's just obvious. Like it's so evident. Nicki has not won one Grammy since her Nicki.
Well, Nicki is not that great.
You said
she's not. Well, for me,
Nicki's not that great.
I don't know. For me, I prefer a Cardi to a Nicki. I don't know. It's just my opinion. I've never really I don't like both of them, right?
Yeah.
But I'd rather listen to a Cardi than a Nicki.
For real.
To be honest.
I mean, I like Cardi too, Sha, but I don't like to compare them. But Nicki on her own has been really good.
Yeah, and besides, she's been there for a while. Like, if not for anything, even won. What about Rick Ross? Rick Ross has never won a Grammy.
See, it's racism. It's clear-cut racism. Like, they're not even hiding it. They're not trying to sugarcoat it or anything. Even when they're giving us awards, they're giving us best rap because we're black. Obviously, we are more accustomed to rap. Or they're giving us, and they put us in one African category. And I mean, Drake just showed that whether or not he has a Grammy, he is winning. Drake is winning.
Remember BET that they used to do the award backstage for Africans? Like they'll do not backstage. They do it earlier before the main show starts.
We've suffered.
We have really suffered. See, this racism thing is so real. Like it is still very much
it's very evident. And me, I feel like whether or not he gets a Grammy, we all know that Drake is winning. Like we all love his song.
Yeah, of course, he's always winning.
His latest album.
I don't know how he does it. It's so consistent,
bro.
Like he doesn't have a bad song, to be honest.
He doesn't have a bad album. All the songs on the album are always good.
You might not just really want to hear this one, but it doesn't mean it's not a good song.
That's the thing.
Do you know what I mean?
It's just for that moment. You understand? Drake is just, he's a legend, I beg. Let's not even talk about it.
All right, let's go on a quick break.